All right, so it's been a morning.
It has been a morning.
Yeah,
it's been a fun morning.
This is Kickin' and Streamin' Podcast, a binge watcher's guide to streaming movies, TV series, and stuff.
But we are here. We have done it, and hopefully, our producer will want to come back because we've been all over the place. But I think before everything, all we have to do is get the show started, can we?
Yes.
So hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Kicking and Streaming with me on this fantastic table. I have company today, but of course, the greatest company of all is that of my co-host, Jocelyn. Hello, Jocelyn.
Hello, in the flesh, in the house.
In the flesh. Today we're doing a special program, and it is also with this podcast that we are launching our YouTube channel. Hello, YouTube. So we've had this YouTube channel for as long as we've been around.
As long as we started. This is the first time we've done anything at all.
Yes.
So, yes.
We've been completely lazy about it. And
we camera shy.
Right. Both Jocelyn and I, we're like more radio people. I
have a face made for radio.
Hey, me too. and so today we decided, why not? Especially because of the show we're doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And
it's a special show.
The special show, it is a special show because today we're talking about the greatest things that happened, the greatest TV series that happened during the decade.
Yes.
And for that, we had to enlist, of course, the help of someone who has come of age during the decade.
Somebody who knows what yeet means.
Somebody who knows what now?
I don't even use that word.
See, that's what I mean. But you know what it means.
And so without further ado, it is our pleasure to welcome on Kicking and Streaming young Marcus, also known as Jamal. This is a kid that I've known his whole life, right? Mainly like because I had no choice, right? So if you haven't guessed yet, Marcus is my son, and today he has agreed to lend his expertise in TV watching, since he was... When the decade started, he was 10, he was 11. So he's watched definitely more TV than we ever did during the decade.
Half his life. Half your life. Half your life.
So, welcome, young man.
Thank you.
All right. So shall we then move on to the 10s?
The 10s.
The 10s start. So Jocelyn, you have some trends of the 10s for us. So 2010, we're going to start, right?
Yes, 2010.
What was happening in 2010?
So in 2010, WikiLeaks happened. And then there was Deepwater.
Do you remember WikiLeaks?
Yeah, the only thing I remember from 2010 is the World Cup.
See, I'm going to have fun with this.
There was Deepwater Horizon, the oil spill that BP caused.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is the biggest oil spill and the worst oil spill in the history of the world at the moment. And then the other top story of 2010 was the earthquake in Haiti. We had
on, I believe, what was it, on Monday is going to be 10 years.
Yeah.
All right. So what shows do you have for 2010? What shows were you watching? What was your thing?
So what I did was I decided to go with one show for each year because otherwise I'll just sit up here and talk forever, and I know we can't do that. So for 2010, for me, was Sherlock. Which was a game changer for me in terms of television, period.
Really?
My father was a huge fan of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. and loved all of the books and everything and was very much a Sherlock Holmes snob. When I first heard about it and that Stephen Moffat was going to be producing it and it's going to be Sherlock brought into modern day, I'm like, this is going to be the stupidest thing in the entire history of history. I'm not interested. I'm not going to watch it. Nope.
I would have felt the same way though.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not going to watch it. And then I watched it, just fell in love with the show and fell in love with everything about it. Fell in love, of course, with Martin Freeman. And just everybody that's in the show. And
before Sherlock, all I knew of Martin Freeman is like he was a hobbit. Like,
but yeah, so 2010 was the year of Sherlock for me, and started a long, sad wait for the other seasons to come out.
We discovered Sherlock a bit later than that.
When it came on Netflix, and then we just binge watched it all
the entire
back to back in one sit.
Yeah.
What about you? You lived in this house, but I still don't remember what you were watching in 2010.
2010. What was it? I think I was still watching cartoons.
Yeah, Ben 10. No, were you far gone from Ben 10 at the time?
No, I think I started to strip Ben 10 at that time. I was probably watching Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
10 out of 10 animated show.
So here's the thing. Back in 2010, I don't think I was too much in the binge watch business. I was watching like regular TV shows.
Right.
But I wasn't much into the binge watch thing.
I think binge watching was sort of a new concept by that point.
Yeah. There wasn't much of it. Like everybody was still DVRing.
TiVo.
TiVo. But I remember there was a show that I saved on my DVR for almost 2 years. So season after season, and the seasons would come around and I wouldn't watch it. And that was, I think, Boardwalk Empire. And one time we came home from a New Year vacation. And I think we got home on December 30th. And I wasn't going back to work until, I don't know, mid-January. So I binge watched 3 years worth of Boardwalk Empire. All right. So 2011, which is when the decade started.
2011.
What was trending, Jocelyn? Remind me, please. Because I don't know.
So in the news, Osama bin Laden was killed.
Good evening. Tonight, I can report to the American people and to the world that the United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, the leader of Al-Qaeda.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And then the other thing that happened in 2011 was the royal wedding of William and Kate.
That happened in 2011.
Yeah.
You couldn't ask me to remember that ever. Well, all right. Then, so what were you watching in 2011?
2011?
Mm-hmm.
I think just TV.
Just TV.
Yeah.
Still. I still think like early in the past decade. If I'm being honest with you, I think the only streaming like the real deal business, because you had TV on demand, which was sort of like streaming, but like a business making money out of streaming, I think was only Netflix, wasn't it?
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah, they had a monopoly on it, and even then it was sort of limited in what they had, and it depended on your bandwidth too, what kind of a picture you would get, and that kind of thing. So. And
they were still in the DVD business too.
Yes.
Yes. Back then, you could still go and okay, I can't find it. They can't stream that, so I'm gonna have to go and
and get ancient to me.
Yeah, but
you'd get your little envelope that had the DVD in it.
No.
Yeah, and you'd play your DVD, and sometimes it would be horribly scratched.
I don't remember the last time I put a disc into a DVD.
You don't have to be making us feel that old. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you asked me to be here, so.
You guys have a point.
What did you have?
For 2011, for me was Bob's Burgers.
Hold on. Bob's Burgers started in 2011?
Bob's Burgers premiered in 2011.
I actually was thinking Bob's Burger came on around 2015, something like that.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Yeah,
Started
no.
in 2011.
Yeah,
and
Holy shit.
it was one of those shows that, like, my husband and I would catch every so often. Like, we weren't really watching it to begin with.
Yeah.
And every time we watched it, we laughed. And I was like, why aren't we regularly watching this show? So that's when we started regularly watching it. And Louise is my spirit animal.
Is Lise the awkward girl? The daughter?
Louise is the one with the bunny ears. Tina is the awkward girl.
Oh, I love Tina.
Yeah, Tina's
funny.
awesome. She's obsessed with butts.
Yeah.
See, I have no idea what y'all are talking about right now.
Bob's Burgers is the best.
Yeah.
Yep. Louise, let's see. What's one of her mantras? I can smell fear on you.
Why?
Why don't you try speaking words instead of damn dirty lies?
Okay.
Which I like that one. I think you can use that.
That
one in
actually
the
sounds like something
workplace.
you would say. So I understand now why. All right. So in 2011, even though I did not start watching it until 3 seasons later, Game of Thrones came out. Also, 2011 was New Girl and Two Broke Girls. For some reason, it was all about girls. But I did start with New Girl. I feel that, what's her name? The girl that played New Girl.
Zoe.
Zoe Deschanel. I think she played a very charming little character, but I couldn't bear watching it either. Like 2 or 3 minutes into it, like she was already annoying to me. I have a problem with overly happy people. Is that bad?
I think so.
Like,
why are you so happy? Like,
yeah, I feel like I watched half, or maybe the first season of New Girl. Either half of it, or the first season of New Girl, and yeah, I don't really remember anything about it.
all right. So that was it for 2011.